Do extroverts succeed just because they talk more, or do introverts rise higher because they think deeper? Is success about how much we speak, or is there something far more powerful that most people never notice? Hello everyone, welcome to Wordy Tales. Today's story reveals a hidden habit that quietly stops many people from growing. You might not even realize it, but this one behavior could be your biggest barrier to success. So stay with me till the end. And as always, we'll also learn some new English words and phrases you can use in daily life. In a small town lived a boy named David. He was intelligent, hardworking, and full of ambition. He dreamed of becoming the best student in school, learning new skills and building a bright future. But David had one habit that kept slowing him down. He talked too much. Every time he learned something new, he couldn't resist sharing it with everyone. He told his friends about his dreams, his goals, his plans, even his private thoughts. He believed that sharing his plans would motivate him and earn him appreciation. And yes, people often praised him. Teachers admired his enthusiasm, friends looked up to him, and his parents felt proud. But despite all that talk, success never came. When exam results arrived, he scored average again. He felt confused. Why am I not improving? He wondered. Worse, some people had started teasing him for always talking big and doing little. Feeling low, David decided to spend a weekend with his grandfather. But even there, his mind was restless. Seeing his grandson worried, the old man asked gently, "David, what's troubling you?" David sighed. "Grandpa, I tell everyone about my dreams, but I'm not able to achieve them. And lately, I've lost my excitement too." The grandfather smiled and said, "That's because you speak too much about your dreams, my boy. That's why they lose power." David looked surprised. "What do you mean?" The old man nodded and began telling him a story. "Many years ago," he said, "there was a poor farmer named Thomas. He worked day and night, dreaming of owning a big farm one day. But Thomas had one secret. He never told anyone about his goals. People often asked him, 'Why are you always working so hard?' And he would simply smile and reply, 'You'll understand in time.' Years passed. Thomas bought one small piece of land, then another. He grew crops, saved money, and step by step built a beautiful farm. Soon, he built a proper house too. Everyone in the village was shocked. No one knew how he achieved so much, so quietly. One day, an old friend asked, "Thomas, why didn't you ever tell anyone about your dream?" Thomas smiled and said, "When you talk too much, two things happen. First, people try to discourage you. Second, you waste your energy talking instead of doing. Silence protects your goals. Words are like arrows. Once released, you can't take them back. I wanted my success to speak for me." Hearing this, David finally understood. His grandfather added, "Son, when you share your plans with everyone, not all will support you. Some will envy you. And when you talk too much about your goals, your brain feels like it's already achieved something, so your motivation drops. From today, talk less about your plans and focus more on action. Let your success be your voice. Remember, silence carries great power." That day changed David completely. He stopped discussing his goals and began working in silence. He studied harder, stayed consistent, and avoided unnecessary conversations. Months passed, and slowly everything began to change. His focus deepened. His confidence grew. He no longer cared about others' opinions. When exam results came, David ranked first in school. Everyone was amazed. His friends asked, "How did you do it?" David just smiled, remembering his grandfather's words. Stay silent, let your success speak. Years later, David became a successful entrepreneur. People admired his calmness, discipline, and focus. He proved that success doesn't come from how much you talk, but from how much you do. In life, you'll meet two kinds of people: those who talk big and do little, and those who do great things but remain silent. Choose to be the second kind, because when your work becomes your voice, you won't need to prove anything. Work quietly. Let results be your reply, because sometimes silence is not weakness, it's mastery. If this story inspired you, give it a like and share it with someone who talks more than they act. And remember, the world doesn't need more noise, it needs more doers.